I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I proudly stand up with my dog and defend her still today. Good morning. Well, I'm in a really good mood. I did just walk the dog and smoke an alien rock candy joint, which is especially at the specialty at Kind Love, which is one of the top 10 famous dispensaries in Denver, according to High Times. The Moline police chief arrest, of course, I love it. I look at the Lee Enterprise owned stories, Quad City Times and Quad Cities Online. They don't even mention DUI. They're pathetic. They've reached the level of pathetic, and I'll continue as to why they're pathetic. But first, let's not forget that it was Moline where I was apprehended, or no charges at all, for yelling in my dad's nursing home because I thought myself and my father both were in danger. So I screamed, "Call 911," which I've been known to do even here. Yeah, I have, that first night in Denver. And what it resulted was in getting me taken to jail. But then what we found out is that my home, my childhood home, my dad bought it back. The guy my dad bought my childhood home back from was a Moline firefighter with Dirty Rock Island ones, who I think I'm not going to accuse them of it. Right across the street. And so at any rate, they did. They got into my house. They put something into my food or drink. Hopefully the police have figured it all out. And so I acted a little cuckoo at A-mer-i-can that day. And so they took me to, not cuckoo as in, but I mean, I was screaming really loud and I was freaking out. Now, ironically, now I can do that without anything because of what they did to me in the jail. It's terrifying. So the arrest of the Moline police chief, when all this went down in Moline, I delight and I salute my country. And I mean, I'm humbled by the people protecting me. I'm not even going to get into it. We already know what it is. Shit, I'm going to say it. Next, Alicia Stofers. Hi, Alicia. Alicia was the executive secretary of publisher Julie Bechtel when I worked at the Quad City Times. I did a very good job at the Quad City Times, even though I was coked up, liquored up, having sex every night, all night long, coked up, liquored up, going into the office, cocaine and booze coming out. But I was rewarded then with a job. And I interviewed James Clint. He's the guy that killed his wife. He was the Davenport chiropractor that killed his wife and then cut her up into pieces and threw her into the river. And I got an interview with him because I found out at Mary's on 2nd that he was operating a taco stand called Eats and Sweets down the street. Oh yeah! Anyway, Alicia Stofers was Julie Bechtel's secretary. Alicia Stofers looked at my LinkedIn profile today, way out. That little Stofers boy was hauled in last night for something too. I want to close with this, and this is like random compared to everything else, but the LGBT historians will like it. When I worked at the Advocate magazine, Barney Frank would call me back on stories. Congressman Barney Frank of Massachusetts, true trailblazer, not the least bit gay acting, would probably punch anybody in the mouth for what happened to me. And I apparently was the only person from the Advocate at that time who Barney would call back. I delight. It's move-in day with Chewy. Chewy's got a toy. Chewy. There's this toy, but then where's the Antifa? Go get the Antifa. Not this one. The Antifa. No. We're going to have fun today.